1.
Care package inbound. Losing Charlie. Securing B. UAV inbound. Lost C.
What's up, you guys? My name is Hutch. I make videos, put them on the internet. Hope you guys enjoyed that opening clip there. I've been like doing a little bit more these days with I've been trying to add just a little bit more polish to videos like these. Just the typical standard gameplay commentaries. But I don't even like saying it like that, because here's the thing, and I was thinking about that today. It's easier to do something like a video like this than, say, if I compare it to like an episode of Respawn. Like a well-produced episode of Respawn with like a set and lighting and cameras, and not a script, but just a general idea of what was going to be filmed and shot. Like, this is never going to be something like that, and this is always going to be easier than something like that. But if you think about it, fire up, I mean, those of you that have tried, that have started a YouTube channel, and you bought the capture card, and you got the laptop, and you invested the time to learn how to use these software, use these programs and things like that. Those of you who have done that understand that it really is kind of tricky to just like press record on a microphone and then just go for like 5 minutes. I've never, there's only been a couple times throughout my time on YouTube where I've actually written down like bullet points of things to talk about, because I think that I think that the people that come and watch like my videos, they prefer things that just kind of come out. That's just, I feel like that's part of the appeal that people come and watch me specifically, and a number of other people on YouTube that do sort of the same thing. But yeah, I mean, I hope you guys that are enjoying like the little extra polish that I'm putting into it. Like, I like these little opening like music clips, like not a quad feed, but a near quad feed. It's still, an impressive clip nonetheless. And then segueing into something like this, which is just completely, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. What I can talk about is that, I just moved in with my girlfriend, which is exciting. I've done that, I did that when I was younger with someone, but it didn't really count, because she came and stayed with me when I was living at my parents' house. That's not living together. If you're not paying bills together, if you're not like divvying chores together, if you're not allocating like duties and responsibilities together, then I don't think that you can even call that living with someone. Then I lived with a girlfriend for like a couple months before I ended up getting this job down in LA, and so I didn't live with her very long there. I got married. I lived with her for a little bit. So it's a really exciting time, and then also it's like a really scary time too. When you get older and you've had enough relationships not work out, you don't want to mess it up. You don't want to make the same mistakes that you've made before, which is a really like tricky thing to do. I think you strive to do that as a human. You try to figure out like, okay, what did I do last time that got me into trouble? What did I do last time that I regret? What did I do last time that I wish that I could take back? And how do I not do that this time? I guess that's the challenge of living with someone new. The other thing about living with someone is that it makes you totally accountable in a way that you're not to like your buddies, or if you were living alone, more to the point. But like if you were living with your buddies, for example, they're not gonna like call you out on your shit. Like if you're constantly making mistakes, like yeah, sometimes you're gonna have friends that if you keep doing the same thing over and over again and it's producing harmful results, hopefully you have some buddies that are gonna be like, yo, you need to like look at this, because I don't think you're doing that well, and I'm concerned, and you're my pal. But it usually takes a while for it to get to that, especially with guys. I feel like with girls, I feel like they're pretty on the ball about asking each other what's wrong and getting stuff out in the open. Guys aren't normally like that, but yeah, when you're with a girlfriend or a spouse or whatever, or boyfriend, whatever, when you're with the person that you're with and you're living with them, all of a sudden, all those little things that you do, all those like really bad habits, all those things that like are sort of preventing you from taking the next step of grown-upness. Maybe there's like 15 levels of being a grown-up, and at level 15, maybe you're Gandalf. Maybe I'm like a level 3 or a 4 optimistically. And like I got these little shortcomings and things that get in my way of like getting to that level 15 Gandalf stage of, wisdom and knowledge. But the thing about being with someone that you love and that you really care about, is that you want to be better. Like it's like the Jack Nicholson line in as good as it gets. Like, you make me want to be a better man. Like, that kind of thing actually fucking exists, and it's really fun. And it has been really fun. I think that's the point that I'm trying to make here, is that, you know, like, I am afraid and I'm cautious of making the same mistakes that I've made in the past. But at the same time, I am allowing myself to like feel like a kid again and like have fun. And that's a really, really cool time, like in someone's life when you first meet someone. And well, I guess we're beyond that stage. But when you're building a relationship with someone, and you really care about them, that's a really, 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 really fun time to be alive. And you experience it differently as you get older. Like 15 years old, it's like throw caution to the wind. You're the most beautiful girl I've ever met. I will love you until the day I fucking die. And then by the time you're 32, it's like, let's hold off on meeting your parents just yet. You know, like stuff like that starts to take away. And it's good if you can like, it's good if you can make it past your 20s, if you know, assuming you haven't met someone and settled down at that point. It's good if you can make it past your 20s and not be jaded. I think that that's a victory in itself. Like, it's easy to look back on all like your failed relationships and things like that and just think, I'm just destined to fail. I am never going to be with anyone. It's just better to be single. I think that's the easy way out. The hard thing to do is to look at it and think, you know, it doesn't have to be like that. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed my rant. Talk to you all later.